Oh, what's up? I just wanted to thank Ben and Bianca for making me this sweet Дэдпул suit. So I made him a drawing. That's Ben, that's Bianca, and that's me. Oh, that's bad, guys. Gotta go.
Welcome to Homemade How-To, where we show you guys how to make props and costumes with just stuff from around your house.
You guys have been demanding that we do Дэдпул, so today we're gonna show you how to make a homemade Дэдпул suit.
That's right, but before we do that, we're gonna actually share with you guys some fan-made artwork, props, and costumes that have been coming in from all over the globe. It's pretty awesome,
Yeah.
So let's check it out.
First up, we've got a Batman vs. Superman poster by Julian Bell. And we've got an Avengers poster by Griffin Finnegan.
And then we have this amazing Batman mecha helmet from EJ Blanco from the Philippines. This thing looks legit.
It looks exactly like
It is so
ours.
It is so awesome. The eyes light up and everything. Great job, EJ.
Justin Nofel from Pennsylvania made a pretty serious T-800 figure.
Yeah, that looks pretty dangerous.
Douglas Silva from Brazil also made an amazing T-800 figure.
I think his face actually looks more terrifying than ours.
Yeah.
And then a friend of ours on Instagram, Daltosaurus, he's starting to make his own Ant-Man suit. And we have pictures of his helmet here, which is looking pretty awesome.
Cam McFly has been following the show for quite a while.
Hi, Cam.
He made the Bane costume as well as the Ecto goggles.
And now it's time for superfan
Kian
Fong
Tran.
from Vietnam.
He made the Proton Pack, the Indie Idol,
Along with Indiana Jones's hat, the
the Iron Man helmet,
turtle head.
the Tim Burton Batman cowl.
He also made the AT-AT from Star Wars. And these weren't actually anything we did for a how-to episode. He saw this in an actual homemade episode and made it on his own, which is pretty awesome. And then finally we got this really cool fan mail from
Aro Pera Rahu from Finland.
That's right. Thank you guys for sending in all of your homemade props, costumes, and artwork and fan mail, and keep them coming because we always love to check them out. So keep making stuff.
So let's get started on this Дэдпул costume. For the mask, we've got a piece of red fabric.
And you could use a t-shirt as well, or pillowcase or something like that. And then we got these plastic face masks. You can find these at the dollar store.
We also have a bit of white sheer fabric.
All right, let's get to it.
All right. Your first step is to take your piece of fabric, make sure that it fits snugly around your head. Once you have a measurement, cut off the excess. Create a hem using a bit of hot glue and then fold the fabric over. Glue both of the hems together.
Yeah, we're basically making a giant sleeve.
Score! And so we've got all this excess at the top here, so that's gonna have to come off. So I'm gonna go ahead and have you take it off because it's a lot easier to cut it. So that much is coming off.
I'm helping. Cool.
We wanna fold some of the excess fabric, and we want the front of it to be more smooth. So I folded the sides in a bit so that the top kind of lays over top of it.
And we're actually gonna be using this foam head so we can hot glue stuff to this.
Tuck in the excess fabric on the top of the mask. Apply hot glue to the inside of the fold and close it shut. Do that for both sides to create a nice smooth top.
Play around with the nub here. What we actually ended up doing was trimming some of the inside fabric and folding it to the inside of the nub so that we could wrap the outside fabric around it. So it sort of fills it in so that it stays in that shape.
And so now we're ready to move on to the eyes.
Making use of the cheek and the eyebrow shapes that are already on this mask. The shape starts basically on the bridge of the nose and goes down to just below the cheekbone. And then from the temple down to that point under the cheekbone. And then for the forehead, it's from the bridge of the nose to the top of the forehead. And then from the temple, kind of at an angle, up to the top of the forehead. And then the rest of his forehead is kind of an angular shape. Using the mask, draw pieces onto cardboard to create that correct shape. And it doesn't go very high up. Cut those two pieces out and glue them onto the mask to complete the shape of the mask. So lay the black pleather material against the mask and cut the eye holes out first, folding the excess into the inside of the mask to create nice eye holes shapes. And then glue the rest of the fabric right onto the mask. Cut all of the excess off around the mask, and then fold the rest of the excess fabric around to the back side of the mask. So it's pretty simple, and it makes it look really superhero-ific, if that's a word.
Take your white sheer fabric. This fabric is really wonderful because you're able to see through it. Cut out little squares with enough fabric so that it attaches to the back of the mask, and there you have it. Ben is blind as a bat because we haven't given him eyes yet. We'll take our 2 face pieces. Just have you hold those up to your eyes. Take a pencil and sketch that outline onto the face mask. Can I mark where your eye is?
Yeah.
Is that your eyeball?
Mm-hmm.
We're cutting out eye holes before we put any of these details onto the mask. We're making fake seams using a bit of red fabric. Apply a hot glue along the edge of the fabric. Fold it over. Cut out the little strip. The first piece starts at the top of the eye mask and runs along the top of the head and all the way down the back of the mask. The second seam starts at the bottom of the eye mask and runs down the entire front of the mask.
So now once the seams are on, we can attach the eyepieces, and we are hot gluing these. Be pretty generous with the hot glue so they stay on there nice and tight. Repeat that for the other side. And there you have it. That is Дэдпул, right?
Yeah. For the base of the suit, we have red leggings and a red jacket with a collar. You could also use a turtleneck. Trace the side piece templates onto your black fabric. Cut that out. You'll notice all the tabs on the side. You want to fold those over to create a hem.
And then do the same thing for the shoulder templates. We're holding this up to my body just so we can trace the pattern onto the jacket so we can take it off, and then we know where to glue it. Because this black continues onto the pants, cut the excess off of the bottom and glue that extra piece onto the pants. There are some details on the jacket, like these arrows that we're making out of cardboard, and then covering that with our black fabric. And then we're using some aluminum foil tape for the little strip of silver that's here on the end. He has these kind of chest pads which are red. Cut those out of cardboard, wrap them in red fabric, and you want to glue those on before the shoulder pads. Glue the shoulder pieces on the same way you did the side pieces, but leave the top open.
Stuff the top with foam and seal up the top. There are a couple of little details on the top of the chest pieces. For those, we're using some spray painted washers.
And for the knee pads and elbow pads, we're actually using sponges, and we're just gonna cover those up with our red fabric and then hot glue them to the pants and of course the elbows on the shirt or jacket.
Take a black belt, wrap it around the collar of the jacket and hot glue it. Snip it on the ends, and there you got it. Now we're ready to do the gloves.
We have rubber gloves, and then underneath that, we have some fabric gloves. Cut off the fingers at the first knuckle, and then cut up your belts. He has 3 pieces on the top of his hand. Hot glue those to the top of the outside glove, and that's it for the gloves. Дэдпул has shin guards. We just so happen to have these toy gauntlets we got at the 99-cent store. We need to extend them with some cardboard. There is a little bit of a cut at the top that makes room for the knee, and this is entirely spray painted red. I'm attaching these together. These are going to be held in place with elastic straps, and we're adding a few little details on here with some washers. So Дэdпул has a lot of details on his suit, which are just sort of belts and pouches and straps and stuff like that.
We're going to be using dog collars for the straps. We've got a regular black belt that we're going to paint brown. We've got pencil cases, cotton swab containers. We've got dental floss.
Yeah, and the cool thing about all of these is these are actually going to be like pouches that you can open up and use.
So we just have to color this up a little bit, and then we can add those details.
The belt is going to be brown. All of the pouches on the belt are going to be brown.
We're going to paint the dog collars black. All right, here we have our spray painted belt and parts. Take the dental floss containers, attach it to the outer edge of the belt. Take your Q-tip container, place it a little further inside of the dental floss container. We're reinforcing that with a little bit of tape. Then let's take our pencil case, attach it to one side of the belt. And then we've got this great cell phone case that actually has a clip on the back. Clip that right to the center of the back of the belt.
For the Дэdпул belt buckle, we're using a tape roll as a stencil, and then it's kind of a no symbol. And spray paint it red. You have to be able to take the belt on and off, so what we did was we attached a bobby pin to the back of our belt buckle so that we can put the belt on and then just attach the belt buckle on.
So of course it wouldn't be Deadpool without the weapons, and here we have toy weapons, of course. We have a bunch of ninja swords, we have a plastic knife, and of course fake guns. His guns are actually silver, but we're not gonna paint these ones because we wanna hold on to these ones. We'll get some other ones we can paint for the trailer.
For the holster, we've got this utility belt pouch and a little bit more of our black fabric. For the holster, take a bit of cardboard, trace the outline of the gun onto the cardboard. Make sure to leave a little bit on the sides so that you can fold those in to create a pouch. Hot glue the cardboard to the utility pouches. Take your black fabric, glue that over the cardboard and around the sides of the pouch. And do the same thing for the knife holster.
Cool.
Attach the top of the holster to the belt with zip ties, and attach the bottom of the holster to the dog collars with zip ties.
The base of the sword holster is a diamond shape. Cut that out of cardboard. And then there's another panel that's sort of a square and then an upside down T shape. So these swords need to crisscross, so glue the case of the sword onto the top of that diamond shape. And then glue the other sword case to the back side of that diamond shape to kind of hide that crisscross area. Glue that top piece right onto the top sword case. All we need to do is spray paint this black, and there you have it. We made a shoulder strap, but you could also just use a backpack strap. And then the best way to attach the sword holster is to zip tie it right to the belt.
Last but not least, his shoes.
We've used these for Batman, we've used these for Ant-Man, and we like these because they were cheap.
So don't hate on the Velcro. Really all that he has on the shoes is a panel of red. Cut that out, spray paint it with red.
And we're gonna add a couple of washers for details.
And here we have a table full of Deadpool. It's pretty awesome, I can't wait to put it on.
All right, well then let's put this thing together.
Help me.
Cool. And these were pieces of belts that I just cut a little shorter.
So we're using shoelaces for the bands that go in the upper arm.
Yeah.
All right, this is it.
All right, how do I look?
Looks great.
Yeah?
That's awesome. I love the straps.
It's a pretty simple suit. It's just the straps make it look really complicated. But
The fabric, I feel like that really makes it kind of pop and look. And that's how you make a Deadpool suit. Thanks for watching, and an extra special thanks to all of our fans for sending in the photos of props and costumes. Please, please, please keep them coming.
Yeah, and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter because we're going to be posting some templates and some more pictures of this suit.
And we're going to be using this suit in our homemade Deadpool trailer, which comes out in just 2 weeks. So you'll want to make sure you subscribe to Cinefic.
That's right. Selfie!